chances are, if something like this has happened to you before, you still have a setting or two to fix. And that's what we hope to fix today. Hello, and welcome to another video. Today we have a guest on our video who's a 950 LP ADC main in the US region who goes by Scriptless. You can follow him on Twitch here, and I'll link it in the description also. And today it's going to be a pretty light intro video where we just talk about settings that you should fix if you haven't. And in the future we will talk about more advanced ADC concepts, make guides or educational gameplay on ADC. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Hello, my name is Scriptless. I'm a Grandmaster ADC man in EU West, and today I will show you the most important settings to level up your gameplay. First off, I have target champions only. It is really important when diving towers that you have this setting, so you don't accidentally hit the tower or champions close to it, which could potentially ruin your dive and even make you die for no reason. Also, it is important to have this setting as a toggle, so you don't get distracted by holding down the button that you have it set to. Here you can turn it on. This should be always on. The button that I recommend for target champions only is X, because it's close to all your abilities. And for me it is also close to my attack move, which is on A. Attack move is really important as well, and you should make sure to have this setting on for attack move. Because if you have it off, you will hit the target that is closest to you instead of the one that is closest to your cursor. So if I click here, I will hit the one in the back because it's closest to my cursor. But if the setting is off, it will still focus the target dummy in front of me, which is really bad. Then you should also check your quick cast. Everything should be on quick cast. You should not use normal cast like this. This is bad. If you want to have normal cast, you can bind your spells to Shift plus Q, W, E and R. So when you press W, for example, I have the indicator, but if I don't press Shift, I have the regular spell, and it's a lot quicker. So in certain situations, let's say you're hiding in Fog of War and want to see your range, you can press Shift, press W, and you have no trouble using it like this. Then locked camera, the speed of your camera and the space key are really crucial. You should make sure that you do not have your move camera speed really high or really low. So I recommend between I would say 40 to 70. Anything above or lower than that is probably too fast, but it also depends on your DPI that you're playing on. The locked camera and the space key, I think you should not use the locked camera. Only in really rare circumstances you should have your camera locked. Sometimes it can be fine, but you should have it unlocked and instead hold space, so you have your champion centered or tap it like this. Then the next category is sound. You should not have music on. The announcer volume can be low and the voice too. It's not that important, you can turn this off as well. And the sound effects should be up. This is the important one. This is the sound that the champions make and the spells when they cast them. The pings should be about maybe a bit lower than the sound effects volume. And the ambience volume should be off, it's useless. No point to have that on. Then we also have this, show attack range. I think this is on by default, but if it's off you should use it. It's this. It's nice to kite. Show spell cost, really important, so you can see it down here, the numbers. Let's say you have 100 mana, so you know you can't use Q plus W. Really important in fights. The chat you can turn off, nothing important there. And this, the combat text. So when you let me demonstrate. So when you have minions dying nearby, it's really important to have experience. Let's say you're playing against Caitlyn and Blitzcrank and they're just zoning you. So you can't farm, but you want the XP. So as you can see, right now I'm in XP range because I'm getting plus 62. You can see it above your champion without needing to look down here. So you know you're in XP range and you're not in danger and still getting XP. That's pretty much it. So another important thing that you have to keep in mind is the HUD size and the minimap size. This should not be very big because it can block a lot of things on your screen, as you can see. I think personally the minimap scale shouldn't be above 50 and also not below 30 because then it's too small. And the HUD scale should not be above like 50, I would also say. Like 30 to 50 is pretty good. You still want, like, you can put it really low, but then you might miss, for example, when your flash is coming up or you heal. So you should put about like 30 to 50. This is good. So the way you move your champion is also really important. If you pay attention to pro players, they will really oftentimes click really close to their champions when they move. As you can see, they will move their camera and go straight back to clicking close, because that way your movement can be really unpredictable and it gives you a lot of high speed reaction. Let's say someone is in this bush and I'm walking past it and there comes a Nautilus hook. So I can immediately react and dodge backwards and then continue moving. But if you have your mouse really far, there's no way you can react to it that quickly because you have to move your mouse all the way back here.
Yeah, so that wraps up this video. Let us know if you enjoyed it and what you'd like to see him make in the future. Perhaps we're thinking about making stuff like gameplay VODs from like decent elos or like on like different roles and champions and whatever, with educational commentary, or maybe like guide type content, maybe like tips, or maybe something else if we get a good suggestion for ideas or whatever. Either way, that concludes this video, and if you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.